Before we proceed ahead with installation of WSL from the command line, first we will have to enable the feature set. So to enable this feature set of WSL, so we will have to enable it using this command, that is the Windows feature. So in Windows features, you can enable the different subsystems or the different features of Windows as you wish, and you can disable also. So if you have finished work with any of this feature, you can disable it by just uh, uh, clicking on the tick box. So now we can see, we for this WSL we will require this virtual machine platform, so that is already enabled, and we will require this Windows subsystem for Linux. So we'll have to first enable this. Always before you proceed to install WSL from the store or from this command line, you will have to first enable this feature set. So to enable this, I think from the store you need not enable this, it will directly be enabled when you click on the install button in the store. But for the command line, if you want to install WSL, first we will have to enable this Windows subsystem for Linux. So we will enable this and then click OK. So this will install all the required packages for the feature. We wait for the package to be installed. Now we will have to restart our system. So we will meet after the system is restarted. Now we have restarted the system. So let us begin with the installation of WSL Linux distribution. So first we have to open the PowerShell. So just search for the PowerShell, run it as an administrator. First command to type is, let us list all the available packages uh, of Linux distribution. So WSL-L-O. So it will give us a list. So we wait for the list to be generated. Other option is directly to install. So if you run this command WSL space dash dash install dash D, then you can install any of the specific Linux distribution from here. Or if you use just WSL dash dash install, it will install the Ubuntu Linux distribution image by default. And if you want the option, then you have to use this dash D and then the name of the distribution that you want to install. So I think it is taking some time. Connection with server could not be enabled. Why it is taking such a long time? What we will do is, let us use this list command, double dash list. Let us see what happens. Okay, so the Linux distribution WSL for this is not having any installed distributions. Distributions can be installed by visiting the Microsoft Store. Okay, so what we will do is, let us try to install. Anyway, we will be using the Ubuntu for doing operations from the podman. So first we will install this Ubuntu Linux distribution in the WSL, and then we will install podman, and then we will do the different operations on the containers. So for that, what we will do is, we will just use WSL install. So it will install Ubuntu by default. So what is the issue now? Let me see what is the issue. Usage is WSL.exe. Let us WSL.exe. Let us use list. Let us see what happens. So it is giving same output. Install. Let us see what happens. Again, it is not working right now. Let me check again. So this is not working for some reason. Now let us go here. So in this guide, we have done according to the guide. We have installed this Windows subsystem for Linux. We have restarted. Okay, so now we have to go again in App Store only. So without App Store, we cannot proceed. So we'll have to use the App Store. Then open the distro name you want to install. So what we will do is we will just type WSL. Let us see. Okay, so what we will do is we will install this Ubuntu 20.04.5 LTS. So we will install this, and if you I think go for this, what will happen? Let us see which version. It is not showing the version of Ubuntu here. Okay, let me go back. Let us see what about this. Okay, canonical release date. Go back here. Search. Here the version is not available. 67.1 MB. Let us check this version. How much it is big? 500. Okay. So what to do? So let us check out our guide. What the guide says, which to install. So guide is installing the older version. So what we will do is what we will do. Let us install this one. What is this? Let me check what it will install. So what we will do is we will install this. Let us install the Ubuntu. Let me again check. Okay, so it is Ubuntu only. So I think this is minimal in size. No, it is the biggest size. So let us install this only. Let us install this. Let us try to get this first. What will happen? Let us see. Let me go back. Let us, yes, what I think what this will do is it will install all the tools for the WSL also. So let us go with this first. It will install the tools. Any further reviews are there? Only few reviews I can see it here. Ratings and reviews. Let us check out the ratings. Okay, so there is some issue with this. Okay, so what we will do is we will try to install this Ubuntu directly. So we will get Ubuntu and I think it should work because we have already enabled the WSL. That's why I'm not preferring to install this app. This I think it is already enabled and installed during the last reboot. So doesn't make sense. So if you read this description, you can see install a complete Ubuntu terminal environment in minutes with WSL, develop cross-platform applications, improve your data science or web development workflows, and manage IT infrastructure without leaving Windows. The key features are efficient command line utilities, including bash, SSH, git, apt, npm, pip, and many more. Manage Docker containers with improved performance and startup times. Leverage the GPU acceleration for the AI ML workloads with the NVIDIA CUDA. A consistent development uh, to deployment workflow while using Ubuntu in the cloud. 5 years of security patching with the Ubuntu LTS releases. Okay, so this is nothing but 22.04.1 LTS. So this is the latest Ubuntu version that we are going to install. So the all others were the LTS versions, older LTS version, that is 20.04, 18.04, and this is the latest one. So that's good. We have done the right choice. So we are installing the latest one, latest LTS, and you can upgrade this image of Ubuntu installed in your WSL using sudo do dash release dash upgrade. So we will try out this command also. We will open the Ubuntu and then we will do this upgrade command also. So now the Ubuntu 22.04.1 LTS release has been installed in the WSL system. I think now what we have to do is we have to close this, or let us minimize this, and we go and check. Let us now check the status. Okay, WSL status. Okay, so the default version is 2. So we have got WSL2 installed and WSL automatic updates are on. Then what we have to do is let us do the update command, because it is showing the WSL kernel file is not found. So let us do the updation. Okay. So now it is installing the WSL for the Windows. It will install the kernel file. The kernel file was not found. So we are going in the right direction. So we should have done this before installing the Ubuntu. I don't know what, or maybe it is updating the Ubuntu, because how the kernel, let us see how exactly it is working. This is first time for me. I am doing a direct experiment, live experiment for you. Okay. So now what we'll do is let us remove this exe. Let's see what happens. So okay. Okay. So the latest version of WSL is already installed. So now let us check. Okay, WSL running. So we have to use the WSL running. WSL exe dash dash help. Okay, so you have to use WSL all. Why it is not showing up? Okay, WSL exe distribution. Let's check. Okay. Okay, I think we will require to restart the machine, that is our laptop again. So we will meet after I restart the laptop. See you in the next video.